So good morning. Now we are going to discuss about the solar radiations. The output of sun is 2.8 into 10 power 23 kilowatts. The energy reaching the earth is 1.5 into 10 power 18 kilowatt hour per year. When light travels from outer space to earth, the solar energy is lost because of following reasons. First one is a scattering. The rays collide with particles present in the atmosphere. Absorption. Because of water vapor in the absorption, the sum of the amount of the solar radiation will be absorbed. Cloud cover. The light rays are diffused because of clouds. Reflections. When the light rays hit the mountains present on the earth surfaces, there is a reflection. Next, climate. Latitude of the location, day, time in the year also affects the amount of solar energy received by the place. Next, isolations. It is a quantity indicating the amount of incident solar power on a unit surface, commonly expressed in units of kilowatts per meter squared. At the Earth's outer atmosphere, the solar insolation on a 1 meter squared surface oriented normal to the sun's rays is called solar constant, and its value is 1.37 kilowatt per meter squared. Due to atmospheric effects, the peak solar isolation of insolation incident on a terrestrial surface oriented normal to the sun at noon on a clear day is on the order of 1 kilowatt per meter squared. A solar insolation level of 1 kilowatt per meter squared is often called peak sun. Solar insolation is denoted by I. The graphs shown gives the amount of power present in different wavelengths of radiations. It can be seen from the graph that 50% of solar energy is in the form of thermal energy. Solar PV captures the energy in visible region. Solar thermal captures energy in infrared regions. So this is a graph that is a solar power radiation at different type of wavelengths. The wavelength will be taken as a x-axis. So y-axis, that is a power in kilowatt per meter squared is given. So the wavelength will be 0.2 micrometer, 0.4. So the different type of wavelength will be taken. So that is one is a ultraviolet, another one is a visible, another one is a infrared. So it is a visible, that is the power absorbed by the solar will be more, and the power conversion is also very high in visible regions. Irradiance. It is an amount of solar energy received on a unit surface expressed in units of kilowatt hour per meter squared. Solar irradiance is essentially the solar insolation integrated with respect to time. When solar irradiance data is represented on an average daily basis, the value is often called peak sun hours and can be thought of as the number of equivalent hours per day that solar insolation is at its peak level of 1 kilowatt per meter squared. The worldwide average daily value of solar irradiance on optimally oriented surfaces is approximately 5 kilowatt hour per meter squared or 5 PSH. PSH is the peak sun hours. First, Next, the solar irradiance is denoted by H. The radiation measurement. Now we will see how to measure the radiation of the solar systems. We know that the atmosphere is made up of ions and other particles, including clouds. When the incident radiation passes through the atmosphere, some radiation penetrates and falls directly onto the panel. Some radiation diffuses in atmosphere and travels to the panel, and some radiation gets reflected from the surroundings of the panel and reaches the panel. The effect being called albedo effect. It becomes extremely important to know the amount of energy that has reached the panel through all the parts. There are several factors on which this energy is dependent. They are as follows: latitude and longitude of the geographical location, climate conditions such as presence of clouds, water vapor, etc., time of the day, time of the year, angle of tilt, collector design. So these are the parameters considered for the design of the solar radiations measurements. Now let us see how we make use of this information in calculating the solar energy available at the panel. The steps are as follows. First step, to find the sun position with respect to the location. This is a function of latitude, that is denoted as a pi, hour angle, that is omega, and a declination angle delta. Sun position is equal to f of pi comma omega comma del. Next, find the available solar energy or irradiance with no atmosphere H naught. This is a function of sun positions. Here H naught is equal to f of sun position. Next, to find the solar energy available on horizontal surface with atmospheric effects, HOA. This is a function of HO and clearness index KT. Then HOA is equal to KT into H naught. Next, find the actual solar energy available at the panel, HT. This is a function of HOA and the tilt factor RD. Now HT is equal to RD into HOA. All the above mentioned steps can be written as an algorithm so that the moment available data is fed, the actual solar energy available at the panel can be calculated instantaneously. The algorithm would involve the following equations. Enter pi comma beta and n is equal to 1 to 365 days. Now delta is equal to 23.45 into sine of 2 pi n minus 80 divided by 365 degrees, where n is equal to 1 on January 1st, n is equal to 365 on December 31st. Yes, omega SR is equal to cos inverse of minus tan phi into tan delta. I naught is equal to ISC into 1 plus 0.033 cos into 360 n dot by 365 into values in kilowatt per meter squared. Now H naught is equal to 24 into I naught divided by pi into cos phi into cos delta into cos omega SR plus omega SR into sin pi into sin delta in kilowatt hour per meter squared per day. KT is the function of curve dot fitting dot data. That is a clearance index. Where RD is the reflection factor, which ranges between 0.2 to 0.7. So that value measured HT is equal to KT into RD into H naught kilowatt hour per meter squared per day. This algorithm can be translated into any of the programming languages like C, C++ or MATLAB. Entering the known parameters, it becomes convenient to find out the solar energy available at any geographical location. So now, thank you for now. I'm going to complete the class now. We will see next class regarding the solar radiations. Thank you.